Alright, have $400 more to unlock a Joker, presumably. That's a bit much. I'm not sure we're getting that, but okay, let's play. So, I feel like the mistake we often make is we go like straight to Orange Stake Abandoned deck. Let's ease into the stream. Let's do an easier stake. Like, for example, we could do White Stake on Magic deck. You start the run with a Crystal Ball voucher and 2 copies of the Fool. I mean, I've not even played Magic deck, so we'll see how this goes. Okay. Yeah, not really. Oh, the Fool. Okay. So I guess the question is, how do you best use 2 copies of the Fool? And already this is a pretty decent looking hand. We could maybe go for a straight here. I mean, well, the question is, which straight do you go for? I think you stick to your guns and go for this high straight. Okay. So you really just need a 10 here. Yeah, I mean, 2 pairs is still pretty good. And it's not really, but it works for me for now. It was awful, actually. 2 pair. I forgot. It's a bad hand. Oh, but there's the 10. Lovely. Okay, it's first hand. Let's not be crazy. There's no way I die to the first blind. Okay, just get this trash out here while I play High Card King. I think that gets us there, but, like, that was sad. See, this is why I don't play straights. Like, I hear and people tell me, oh, you should play the straights. They're really good. But, like, every time I play straights, it just does not go well in the slightest. So I don't know what people are talking about with that. I mean, Photograph is pretty good, though. First played face card gives times 2 molds. Lovely. I mean, actually, and this isn't really a good play, but maybe a Judgment. You get reserved parking, then you use the Fool. That's another Judgment. Boom. Jolly Joker. Okay, and we're just kind of leaving our Jokers up to fate here. Okay. So this card games mold every time a planet is used. So that's pretty good. Each face card held in hand can give money. And pairs. So we want to play pairs of face cards with face cards in the hand and also level up our poker hands with planets. Okay. I think I understand the run. Ooh, and we could get a Polychrome. Why not? Why not? Okay. So, for example, this. We could play 2 pair here. 3s and queens. That was a considerably better 2 pair than we had been playing previously. Now, the big thing with this is you do really need to be getting your face cards. That being said, a full house of aces and 7s I will take. And a free reroll is something. And then Riff Raff. On the blind, it's like to create 2 common jokers, but it also has 50 chips. I don't know. I don't think you go for it. Oh, Omen Globe. Spectral cards may appear in any of the Arcana packs. That sounds pretty fun. Maybe we can save our money for that. We might as well roll. It's free. You do want to be buying these planets, though. That is a celestial pack. Okay, we buy the planets. We get the pack. Yeah. And we're scaling Constellation. It's slow scaling, but it is scaling nonetheless, and we got it on ante-1. So, like, I don't think you can really complain about that too much. So, okay. Am I crazy for you to discard, like, these number cards? Just get a bunch of face cards in hand. Now you play, like, 3 queens. 3 of a kind queens. Now, you could play full house here, but I think 3 of a kind might be... Is it good enough? I don't know. Maybe. But regardless, I like having the face cards in the hand. Oh, you could have played full house queens and 4s, you fool! It was fine regardless. Okay, now you really don't want to buy anything here, because you want the globe, I think. Do you want the globe? And it's just... I'm not sure if it's good, but it's fun. And there's value to that. So you gotta save your money here. You don't have to, but we will. Okay, so yeah, this is our game plan. We discard all of the face card, all of the non-face cards. Then we make the best hand available from the face cards, while also keeping a bunch of face cards in hand to... Okay, I know a pair is the best hand available. Okay, fine. Because we want to get money from cards in the hand. We didn't, but... Also, if you don't win in one hand, you lose money anyway, so it's a bit of a balancing act. That being said, we are just gonna buy loads of planets. And look, we're already at times 1.3 moles. Not actually all that impressive now that I say it loud, but whatever. It's our life. Okay. Well, okay, let's look at it. Statistically, face cards are going to be on the left, so there you go. Okay. Okay, that actually is a lot of information. Okay. Okay. So this is queens. That's a king or an ace. That's a queen or a jack. I think you just make what you know is full house queens and jacks. And you hope this is a king, and this is going to be a good card. Okay, we got an extra $1. I do like buying a strength, just because then we can turn 10s into jacks and get more face cards. You know how much I love a full house. Double tag. Use that at the right time. That can be meaningful later. And like we have scaling, so like, you don't want to be too aggressive with the skips, but also like, yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, okay, here's the thing. We kind of want to figure out what is our minimum hand we can win with. Or you know what? Maybe just play 4 of a kind kings, and you're like, that's gonna be enough. Yeah. And you're gonna average $2. Funny how it works out like that. And there's no reason not to buy it and use Temperance immediately. Well, I guess there would be a reason to buy it and use it not immediately. Ooh, Deja Vu. Yes, please. Put it on... Okay, here's what we do. We strength 10s into jacks. Now we put the Deja Vu on the jack of diamonds. Because if we're strengthening things into face cards, we're going to have more jacks than any other type of face card. So it makes sense for our jacks to be good. And also, Gross Michelle is really good. You know, I think... And how much base malt is Jolly Jug? 8 base malts? How much is that? Like... And to be fair, depending on what hand we played, that is actually, like, a lot of base malts. But have you considered that Gross Michelle is 15? Yeah, it's just a straight upgrade. Why am I even thinking about this? My Balatro. And what? So you're uncommon. You're common. You're common. You're common. You're common. So, baseball card. I like the idea of a baseball card. Don't get me wrong. I mean, already it effectively has, like, polychrome. I think you just save the money, though. I don't think it's enough of an upgrade to justify not losing out on the interest at the moment. Okay, so we play aces. Full of jacks. Which is actually jacks full of aces, but who cares? Who cares? Still scores the same. Actually, it wouldn't score the same because aces are worth more than jacks, so one extra ace and one less jack would be different, but whatever. An extra hand around is really good because it's money. And also it's a hand. Okay. Ooh, Ija. Converts all cards in hand to a single random rank. So what, this has a 1 in 3 chance of being really good for us. What am I thinking? Not a 3 in 13 chance. Which is kind of close to 1 in 3 chance. It was more of like a 1 in 4 chance. See, the thing though is if that doesn't hit, now our red seal jack is like, I don't know, like a 2 or something. I don't like this. And, you know, 2 random planets when you got Constellation. Give me the devil I know as opposed to the devil I don't. So it was 2 random planets, so it wasn't quite the devil I know, but we're mostly interested in the scaling on Constellation regardless. You know? Yeah, why not? I don't think we need to skip for a polychrome. I think we'd rather play it out, get some money. Maybe chariot something, chariot to jack. Try to be a jacks build. We're gonna get jacked, guys. Get your protein ready. Okay, well that did not go as well as I had hoped. It's fine though. Surely. We even had a steel jack in hand. What the heck happened? I guess that's just how bad 2 pair is right now for us. Guess I'll have to remember that. We gotta go celestial here. So we do need to replace Gross Michelle. And Popcorn can do that in a pinch right now. It's guaranteed to be like as good at least. But obviously Popcorn is not the long-term solution at that position. Okay, I mean, 4 of a kind kings, that's gonna do some work for you. We do need to start making moves to kind of improve our run a bit more aggressively. Death helps. Ancient Joker is interesting. So what, I mean, on average, we'd be getting like, probably expecting to get a little over 1.5 times molt. So it's like kind of polychrome-ish. I don't know. I don't think this is the build for it. It is the build for... Actually, it's not at all the build for straight flushes, but it helps scale Constellation. That's what really matters in life. And spectral packs are so fun. You can't not buy one. Creates a random rare Joker. Okay. And you know what? A random rare is probably going to be better than Popcorn. The family. I'd argue Popcorn is better right now, but... the family can go places. Play only 1 hand. That's fine. We'll just play 4 of a kind jacks. Easy as that. So let's discard more aggressively. 4 jacks, specifically. Because we know jacks are the highest. Okay, we already have 3 jacks, so we have actually already 1. Okay, lovely. And you know, now would be a great opportunity to death a 2 into the red seal jack. Converts left into right. Perfect. And heck, we could actually play 5 of a kind. Who knows? Maybe we're building to that long term. And it works for the family. There we go. And you gotta keep scaling your planets, right? And this is already almost at ×2 molt. And by almost, I mean exactly at ×2 molt. I wish I could buy them, but you just can't. Free Mega Arcana pack. No. Alright, so now it's going to... well, I guess we do still specifically want jacks. Alright, all face cards are decent, but we really do want to get the family to trigger. Specifically. It's not the worst thing to play a hand, because, like, on average, we're going to be getting money from the jacks regardless. And we have a lot of hands and discards to do it in. And I think at this point, our main focus... Lovers doesn't really do anything for us. But we want to keep scaling Constellation. And you really do want to fix this deck more effectively. These don't do it for you, so... I mean, planets or something. Clubs are nothing. We're just gonna sell that. I think the money is more beneficial than making clubs. Okay. I'm feeling alright about this run so far. Yeah, I'll take a High Priestess. And the beautiful thing about Constellation is it scales all the hands, so doubles your money. Would I skip this blind for $1? I don't think so. Well, this is a... I mean, I kind of want to just play a straight. Like, it's there. It's just too... It was like a super straight, too. That we could have played. Well, we couldn't have played because that's how the game works, but like it was there in theory. How dependent are we on specifically playing 4 jacks? I think we're pretty dependent on that, honestly. Because a lot of our score does come from the family, so you really do want to get these jacks out there. And really want a red seal jack to be your first jack so that photograph triggers on it. I think that's how that works. I'm not actually sure if that's how that works. I don't think it actually matters. I could be wrong about that, though, but I don't think it's multiplicative. Scale the Uranus a bit more. Because I do want 2 players to be like, okay, in the event we are forced to play it. Do you want Hierophant? I don't think I think you'd save your money here. All face cards are drawn face down. Well, that's a problem. And I'm just going to make an educated guess here. Because we need to play 4 jacks, for sure. Alright, so this is definitely our red seal jack. You really do want more face down cards? Okay. I think you go once more like so. Because basically we've been siphoning off the top cards. We go one more time. And the idea is, at this point, this... Hopefully it has 4 jacks. Oh, it doesn't. And we're dead. I mean, in my defense, what was I supposed to do? We had to play 4 jacks and I couldn't see which cards were my jacks. So I guess we could have tried to play 4 of kind of something else. Would have been tough though. Oh well. Let's try again. Okay, maybe using the Fools to copy Judgment wasn't the best idea. Maybe you'd rather copy Death or something similar. 9, 10. And we could go for the jack here. Like, if we draw a jack, there you go. That's a pretty good hand. This is an even better one. Ace high straight. Perfect. You couldn't ask for better. I mean, you have to buy clearance sale. Like, I understand it makes our next... Like, it doesn't help us at all in the next round, but it'll help us so much in all of the shops afterwards that you just have to do it. Now, a decent full house here. I'm not sure if it gets us there in 1, but it should be respectable at least. Okay. And I guess I could literally, like, calculate how many points a given hand is going to give us, but, like, who does that? It's lame. Alright, people who want to not miss the blind by 2 chips do that, I suppose. Okay, we really do, like... I guess we can buy Gluttonous Joker, and then we'll just try to build club flushes? Like, that's a reasonable game plan, right? Now, granted, if our first flush, like, doesn't work, then I don't think we have a good backup plan, but it's just gonna work, though, is the thing. Like, have you considered that? You have not? Not sufficiently, anyway. And Mime is interesting. The issue is we don't have anything that does anything when it's held in our hand at the moment. Red card. And you can build red card to something kind of impressive, but it's such a money sink. Granted, our stuff is cheaper, I guess. So, like, there's that. I think you just go next round here. And you get a coupon tag. And then also a polychrome, and then also the mark. And there you go. Hope we can get a club flush pretty efficiently here, because we may need two. So that is either a heart or it's a club. I'm not willing to take that risk. Well, actually, yeah. Oh, what am I talking about? It was obviously a club because, okay, well, it's fine. Because the face cards are obviously at the end of the series of clubs, not the beginning of the series of hearts. Okay, okay. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking we're dead. You're probably right, but imagine, what if we weren't? So, like, these are clubs. Okay, I think you do this. Okay, you did not draw sufficient clubs, but you do have 2 10s and 2 2s. And you're gonna die. May have gotten a bit too cute with that one. Okay. Apparently I'm not very good at magic. Okay, just play. Just play. Heck, who knows? Maybe we just get a club flush again. It's plausible. It's been known to occur from time to time. You really hate missing it by, like, that much, but it's fine. The big question with Magic Deck is what the heck do you do with these Fool cards? And I don't really know. Like, I don't think they can copy Spectral Packs. And Golden Joker, you know, that's good for Econ early. Yeah, you don't pass up on the Spectral Pack, though. Like, Spectral Pack is just too good. I mean, you could convert all to a random rank. We could create a copy of nothing and destroy nothing. That's intriguing. Okay, what's our rank? 6s. Okay. Unfortunately, yeah, we cannot. Imagine if you could copy the Spectral cards with Fools. It'd be madness. Okay, so we have a load of 6s, so now you just discard anything that is not a 6. And you make like 5 of a kind or something and win easily in one hand. Clearly. Or, I mean, 4 of a kind is likely to work towards the same purpose regardless. But now you'd... all cards are considered... So we could turn all of our 6s into face cards. Like, it's funny. I'm not sure if it helps, though. Like, what other... Because obviously you'd be wanting to set up a synergy with another Joker that affects face cards. And you got, like, Sock and Buskin. Photograph. And there are cards... I don't know. Like, there's a lot of cards that, like, affect... Well, there's not a lot. But there's the cards that affect, like, queens or kings, specifically. Just general face... I don't know. I'm not sure this is worth it, but could be funny, so we're just gonna buy it regardless. And now all of the 6s we played previously are going to be debuffed. Hopefully not a problem. Sixes that are, of course, face cards, mind you. Thanks to Pareidolia. Like, I don't think I've ever used Pareidolia. Okay, so we're not going to be a 2-pair build. We could be a red card build, I guess. Here, give me an Arcana pack, so our fools can, like, do something at some points. Lucky 6s? We only have 1 6 here. And this makes 2 lucky cards. That's a waste. You take out a 3 into 9, clearly. And you can't just not have any jokers that affect score much longer. Like, it will catch up with us soon, I imagine. Like, really, we're kind of need 5 of a kind here, I think, to be comfortable. So we're gonna do this, and hope we draw a 5th 6. We did not. That's fine. We can just do this and hope we draw a 5th 6. We did. And heck, maybe we could play 6 of a kind. We can't. Oh well. Okay, 5 of a kind, pretty good. Sort of hand you wish you could play in actual poker, that's for certain. And you could get a Hanging Chad. That'd give us 12 additional chips per hand. That's not very good. Okay, so we can death to turn things into 6s, or, hear me out, we make our 6s lucky first, and then we death later. That way they're actually worth duplicating. I mean, Ballad is gonna help the scoring somewhat, at least. And our 6s are, of course, still face cards for no reason whatsoever. So it's an interesting state of affairs, that's for certain. And as long as you draw your 5 of a kind 6s, I think you're going to be pretty happy. Should have had the lucky card first for Hanging Chad, though. This Joker gains 8 chips when a 2 is scored. We don't really do that. You know, Judgment could be a really good Joker. Or it could be Green Joker. We use like all of our discards like every time. I guess we could use hands instead of discards to fish for our 6s. And you know what? Maybe that is actually what we do here. Like, it's gonna be a severe penalty economically, but like, maybe the malt is worth it? Maybe the juice is worth the squeeze? And heck, eventually, once we get these fools rolling and our deck is fixed sufficiently, we're not even gonna need to discard to get our 5 of a kind 6s. Which the fools will, of course, help with. Okay. Cards drawn face down after. Okay, so we're gonna put scaling Green Joker on the back burner for a bit, just because we can't do that right now without losing track of all of our 6s. Now, this is pretty early to get a 5 of a kind build off the ground, I must say. Kind of proud about that. We don't... I guess we... Give me the Arcana pack. Death is exactly what you ought to see here. You turn a 6... Or left becomes right? Yeah. Actually, don't do the 4. Do the king, because the 4 can be double strength in theory. Left becomes right. So then we'll get a bunch of lucky 6s. In theory. And no, we go for 5 of a kind. Don't be a fool. Although these fools actually we are going to use and get our deaths rolling. Oh, I can't use fool to... Okay, once we use this death, we can use this fool to become the... Yeah, okay. That's fine. And there'll be ample opportunity. Like, for example, and it just immediately... I think you can turn 8 into 6, right? The left becomes right. Make it the lucky one, of course. Then this fool, hello. And queen becomes 6. And just like that, triple lucky 6s in a 5 of a kind. I call this deck Oops All 6s, which is not going to get all confusing when we title the video. That. Okay, we can't run Castle and Green Joker. Because Green Joker gets debuffed when you discard, and Castle gets buffed when you discard. So that just fundamentally doesn't work. Maybe just buy a blank Joker, or a blank voucher, just to have it. I feel like my economy is always suffering in Balatro. Maybe I buy too much. I don't have enough interest. Oh, right, I don't... Don't discard! You're ruining Green Joker. We use hands to get to our 5 of a kind, if at all possible. And we can't do to-do list. We're too rigid in what we play. The wall. Okay. Forget Green Joker scan, because we're going to need to play 2 5 of kinds. Or, hear me out, we play a full house, and then a 5 of a kind. Which will surely work. How many 6s are in the deck? We still have 9 6s in the deck. Like, it should not be difficult to draw these last 6s in 2 hands. Twas not. What? I guess when you're using lucky cards, your quantity of score is going to actually be extremely variable. Why did we make them lucky 6s instead of, like, Molt or something? Oh my gosh. Am I just bad at this game? Am I just terrible?